All right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, you. Yeah, you. You like this shirt? Yeah, it's a good shirt. Fuck you. No, you don't. You wanna know why? We got better shirts. Shemp.store. Look at all these. Look at all these. Look at all these. These shirts are insane. And the fact that you're not wearing one right now is absolutely so devastating. Not to me, because I genuinely don't care. The general public, all right? Because they're not seeing you in your best. They're not seeing you in the things that can make you, you. I'm stumbling over my words because I'm so flabbergasted that you don't have the Shemp merch. Now listen, it's not just shirts, all right? Because we just launched this banger ass cup, okay? You wanna put some fucking water in it? You wanna put some fucking Dr. Pepper in it? You wanna put something else in it? We got you, man. Everything right there. And if you type in the code Shemp10, get 10% off everything right now. Do Shemp10 for 10% off of everything on the store right now. And show me what you get on Twitter. I mean, love you. Hey everyone, it's me, Shemp, and today we're talking about Crash Team Rumble, specifically the closed beta. Now, this isn't scripted. I've gone, oh, actually, give me a sec. Crash, where are my notes, Crash? I'm in water. Oh, this video is a fucking nightmare. Hi. Okay, this is completely unscripted. All I've done is put down a few notes. I'm just going off of my brain since I've played a good majority of it during the closed beta. First off, thank you, Activision, and my Activision reps for giving me the codes, and I did give out a bunch of codes on Twitter as well. So, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you're missed out, because I do all that stuff all the time. Getting into the game, I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry, I'm sitting on a fucking ladder, because I don't have a stool. Maybe you should subscribe so I can afford a stool. Initial thoughts on Crash Team Rumble before the closed beta, I thought it was going to be so ungodly boring. I thought the game was going to just be dead on arrival. It didn't look interesting. First off, they weren't marketing it at all. Like, here's the title of the game. Here's what it looks like. Radio silence for like God knows how long. And then, oh my God, we started getting more and more gameplay. The more I saw of it, the more I was like, that doesn't seem like there's anything here, if that makes sense. It doesn't look like something that would hold interest or sustain itself for years to come, because it is an online only Crash Bandicoot game, which is the weirdest phrase to say. I mean, to be fair, CTR kinda was like that. Like, it was very heavily focused on its online portion. So much so, in fact, that I made a whole video about what kind of a problem that was, because you couldn't get tokens. Well, you couldn't get enough tokens by playing the single player to get the stuff in the shop. There was a lot. All right. So with new CTR, I thought it was gonna be dead on arrival, and after playing it for the 4 days that the closed beta was going on, kind of feel that way still. Now, let me preface, the game is actually kind of fun. It's more fun than I thought. It took a little bit to get me going. Like, if you watch the stream VOD of me playing the game for the first time when the open beta started, it was very slow getting used to it. Things weren't really happening as a lot. I wanted more, you know? But the more I played it, the more I started to understand it. It's really interesting, the fact that they found a way to make the collect-a-thon like genre a competitive, I don't want to say esport, because I mean, they could, but a competitive online game. And they made it fun. Like, it doesn't seem predatory in the same sense that like other online games are, with like back in the day, the loot boxes and shit like that. It's just a standard battle pass, you know? You see all this stuff in the battle pass in terms of just cosmetics and costumes and emotes and stuff. Like, it's a fucking Fortnite battle pass. Every game ever is doing that, so that doesn't really matter. What does matter is that this game costs money, and that is a big problem, because originally, a while ago, when this game was first teased, reputable sources were talking about the leak, kept saying and reiterating that the game was going to be free to play. This game should be a free to play game. There is no reason you should spend $30 or $40 for this. What the But I'm getting ahead of myself. What is the game? For people who don't know. So imagine Crash Bandicoot, and it's a 4v4 game. And every round, this is literally the only game mode that they had in the beta. I don't even know if there's gonna be more game modes, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Your main objective is you and your team need to collect as much Wumpa fruit as possible, install the enemy team as much as you can while you guys deposit your fruit in your team's home base. So it is a constant, like, aggressive capture the flag type of thing, where you're constantly collecting and collecting and collecting and depositing and doing so more and more, while at the same time you're collecting these relics that you can spend on power-ups and stuff that will stop the enemy team from collecting or hindering them, but it doesn't seem unfair. I mean, they did a good job at balancing it out. I mean, this is an open beta, so there were a lot of bugs, but the game didn't feel unfair up until a certain point. That certain point was when I found out how fucking busted Coco is. So the way it works is every character has the basic stuff. So they have like the jump, the double jump, they have like a dash move or a special ability or some sort of mobility. Like the light characters have like a slide or a dash or anything like that. And the heavy character, like a Dingodile, has the little air cannon thing that can like lift him up and he can kind of close gaps and stuff like that. And then Tana, from my experience, Tana just fucking sucks. Like, she is really bad at crowd control, and this game is nothing but crowd control. The game is fun with other people, and that makes sense because it's an online game. But what I mean by that is if you're going in by yourself and you're getting paired with only random randos, then for me personally, it just was not fun. I felt like I couldn't communicate with my team. There is like a ping button, but all you can do is either say help or deposit, and that's really it. So what ended up happening was I started playing with my best friends, Mel and Rio, but love those two. And we were actually really getting into it. We were doing like call outs. We were organizing what we were gonna do. We found strategies. We knew what was going on. It was really bizarre to do this in like a Crash game. Like we were playing rounds. We were saying like, I'm going to B, you go to A, and then we're gonna meet at C, just to make sure that we can get these bonus points so we can deposit more. And we were doing call outs like, hey, this Dingodile is really fucking me up. Oh, don't worry, I'm coming over. And then we tag team them, and it was really fun. I can imagine that this as like a tournament or something like that, where there's 4 actual people, like friends against 4 other friends or something like that. That could be really fun. But right now, in terms of just by yourself, I didn't have that much fun. But obviously this is a beta, so things could change. One thing I hope that changes in the final game is that there is more than one mode. If this is the only thing, if this game mode is the only thing that's going to be in the final game, there is absolutely no reason you should pay for it. Because if we compare it to something like Fall Guys, right? Fall Guys originally costed money, and it was kind of just one thing. You know, it was game show vibe. You had these obstacle courses, and each like section was a different thing. You know, there was soccer, there was the obstacle course, there was tag, there was all kinds of extra stuff. But again, it felt weird charging $30 for a game like that, especially one that also had a battle pass. So eventually it went free to play. And that's what I am 100% betting that's going to happen with this. They're going to launch it at $30 or $40 or whatever, have a couple sales, couple of people are going to play it, like dedicated Crash fans are going to play it, but the general public probably isn't going to, because 1, they still don't know what this game is, and 2, they don't want to spend money for their kids that's online only. I know this because I have extensive background in selling video games to the general public. A lot of people don't have internet or have stable internet still. And with these kids that are growing up, they're learning about Crash Bandicoot. They love Crash because of the Insane Trilogy and CTR specifically, and even Crash 4, kind of. It was mainly Insane Trilogy that got the name back out there for current kids. When they see this game, and they see it's an online-only game, and they see familiar aspects of it, like the Fortnite Battle Pass and stuff like that, they're gonna wanna play it. But if it's online only, they can't play it. So this game is gonna have a pretty middling player base until it goes free to play. Not if, when, because it will go free to play. And I think that's what's gonna make this game the strongest, is when it goes free to play. It should have launched free. There's literally no reason this game should be $30, but I'm kind of all over the place. I'm so sorry. So with the game, it's chaotic. It's more chaotic than I thought. It's really fun with other people that you know, and you can get together and play the game. I had a blast playing this, but it has so many problems, like such a diverse lack of content. There is like almost nothing here besides the game. The closed beta had only like 5 characters. No, it had 6. It had Crash, Coco, Dingodile, Cortex, and Tana. Yeah, only 5. Yeah, only 5 characters. And I know there's a couple down the road, but it still, there's not a lot here. and I didn't think this game was gonna have a lot. I hope it does. I guess my hope for this game is, one, I was really surprised by how much I was actually enjoying it. I thought I was gonna hate it, not hate it, but I thought it was gonna be boring as fuck. I didn't think it was gonna be anything to write home about, but it's a new type of game, and I think they did a pretty good job with it, with the core game. But again, it costs money, and that's a problem. That's a big problem. This game does not need to be $30, but I'm just rambling. So how did I overall feel? I liked it, but I didn't love it. There's a lot wrong with it, and I can't recommend it until everything major gets fixed. The pricing, the content, the game modes, the overall like functionality, because I did crash a lot during this, but that could have just been me. But again, it's a closed beta. So some people will say, hey, the game comes out in June or July or whatever. So they could fix a lot of stuff, or they could add some stuff, but like the game is already scheduled to come out. Like in terms of game development, like they have what they want in the final game already. All they're doing is just patching game breaking bugs, and that's it. And then they're going gold and shipping the disc. That's another thing. Like, Crash Bandicoot is now a series that you cannot fully 100% collect because this is an online only game. So once the servers are shut down, you just have a piece of plastic, and that kind of sucks. And that's another issue too. With this being online only, we have run into that issue of this having a physical release, and if the server shut down, you have shelves full of just useless discs. And in terms of longevity, if they play their cards right, I could see it kind of lasting, but not that long. Like maybe, on a good note, maybe 3 years. If they don't go free to play, if they keep charging for it, year and a half, if that. I'm probably going to review the game fully when it comes out. I'm probably going to get my Activision reps to give me the codes. Hopefully, I can get some giveaway codes, because I would love to play the game with you guys, but I don't want you to have to pay for it. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys thought if you got the beta. To all the people who won the codes, congratulations. I hope you guys had fun. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments for the people who won the beta codes as well. And follow me on Twitter. Follow me on everything, even in the Discord server. So whenever I do start doing giveaways more, you guys will be notified. And don't forget, Shemp 10% off, limited time offer. Don't know when that's going to end, but Shemp.store for all the stuff. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have been enjoying this new style of content. Okay, I love you. Bye. Oh, my ass.